Okay, as you can see, here's some proportions that are already set up. So they've done these for you. I'm going to teach you how to solve them. When we see a fraction equals a fraction, we cross multiply. So that'll be 8 times x equals 4 times 3. That's 8x equals 12. And now we do opposite rules. We'll solve by dividing by 8. And that'll reduce to 4 over 3, I believe.
3 over 2.
Sorry, 3 over 2. Or you could put 1.5. Either way, it would work for me. And again, that would be how we solve that one. Okay?
Okay, next one. So this one, same thing. I like to circle them because it reminds me to put them together. Either way is totally great. So I'm going to circle 12 and 5 and circle x and 3. If you had me, this is the x equals solve method. So you do x times 3, like Mr. Lee had, or he had 3 times x, and then 12 times 5. Okay, so we made an x, we set them equal to each other, and then we're going to simplify here. X times 3 is 3x, 12 times 5 is 60, and then we're going to solve it. We want to get x by itself, that's multiply, so we're going to divide by 3, so x equals 20.
Awesome. Okay, and I really like the way she did hers because look at where the x is on this one. X was on the top on that one, x is on the bottom. It doesn't matter, and you end up getting similar setups for your equations. Okay, so in this one, how's this one different than the other ones? Well, it has x in 2 spots. So watch what happens. I'm going to cross multiply again. I'm going to take x times x, and I'm going to take 9 times 1. X times x turns into x squared, and 9 turns into 9 times 1. So what do we do when we have an x squared? Well, we have to remember back to our quadratic lesson of how to solve quadratics. As long as we have one single x, you can still do opposite rules. If you have more than one x, then you've got to go to, okay, maybe the quadratic formula, maybe rainbow it. Just don't forget those types of lessons that we did back then. But this one is just opposite rules. So how do you get rid of a square? Square root. So we'll square root, cancel, cancel, x equals, now don't forget, plus or minus, because there are 2 answers and 3. One answer is x equals -3, and one answer is 3. Okay?
Awesome. Okay.
You guys are doing so good.
Yeah, you guys rock. You're so quiet and attentive. It's so weird without you. We miss you. Okay, so same thing, except for if you look at this one, instead of having just one number or one letter on the top or bottom, we've got a little expression here. So as soon as you see more than one thing on the top or bottom, you're going to put it inside parentheses right away. I'm just going to do that. So my x plus 3 is going to go in parentheses because that reminds me that I'm going to have to distribute. So then I'm going to do my x. I'm going to put them together. So I have 5 times x plus 3. And I'm going to set it equal to 2 times 3. I'm going to simplify and solve. So right here, this is multiply. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is 15 equals 6. I want to get x by itself, so I subtract 15. And then I have 5x equals 6 minus 15 is -9. Then divide by 5. So x equals -9 over 5, which cannot simplify.
Or they could put -1.8.
Yes, or you can put -1.8.
Good job.
You can erase my stuff.
No worries. Everybody got that one? Okay, now we've got to do the last one, and it is, okay, remember, put parentheses around whatever is a quantity, and then we will cross multiply. So I'm going to go -7 times 4 minus x is equal to 12 times 3. All right, we will distribute a negative. Don't forget that it's a negative. So that'll be a -28. And then a negative times a negative is a positive 7x, don't forget that, equals 36. Okay, opposite rules because we've got one x. So we will add 28 to our 36, and we will get 64.
Yep.
And then we will divide by 7. And x equals?
9.14.
And that doesn't reduce. So 64 over 7 is your answer. Or you could put 9 point, what was it?
14. Yep, 9.14.
Either
Isn't
one of
it
those.
supposed to be a? That's perfect.
Okay. Shake and bake.